Pro gamer Tom Tsquared Taylor is a virtual murder machine. As the leader of MLG's reigning Halo 3 champs, Str8 Rippin, he's dominated the toughest competition and become a household name amongst gamers. Today, the man with the magic trigger finger is here to tell us what it takes to be the best in one of the world's most competitive arenas. Joining us on our stage, multiplayer aficionado and MLG champion Tom Taylor, but most of you probably know him as T-Squared. Thank you so much for dropping by our studios.
No problem.
Okay, we're going to get to your championship in just a second, but how did you get into professional gaming? I know a lot of people out there are like, I play games.
It's just like everybody else, you know. I was a casual gamer. I played all the video games up until I was like 14. Then I finally picked up Halo. And Halo was such a popular game at the time, and it was so competitive that we got really good at it. Heard about a tournament in Nashville. Drove up from Florida to Nashville. 14 years old. My mom's like, all right, fine, you can miss school.
Your mom's
Friday
awesome.
and Monday. She is awesome. I love my mom. So Friday and Monday I missed school, and she's like, if you don't make any money at this tournament, you're never going to another tournament again. And I've never not made money at a tournament.
She was hoping that you guys would just go, get it out of your systems, not make any money, and quit.
Yep. For a while, she thought I was partying, actually. She's like, you're just going away to these tournaments to party. I was like, no, I'm seriously, like, going and playing a video game. So that's how little it was back in the day.
So tell us a little bit about your championship that you just won.
So we just got back from Vegas a couple weeks ago. I'm still pretty tired from the tournament, but it was the final tournament of the MLG season. $100,000 is on the line. There's 8 teams that get invited out. So, you know, it's a 4-man team. My team's Str8 Rippin. We took down the #1 spot. We were the #1 seed actually going into the tournament, so it was no surprise. But all your hard work finally pays off is a pretty good feeling.
So how many tournaments do you typically do in a month or a year?
There's 6 tournaments in a year. Back in the day, it would actually be 13 tournaments in a year, and there's local tournaments and things like that. So at the time, I was doing like 20 tournaments maybe in 2004, but now it's 6. You can kind of relax, focus on the tournament. There's 4 regular season events, and then a playoff, and then the finals. So the finals is pretty much what it all comes down to. I
mean, and can you, like, as maybe not like the #1 seed team, like, can you make any money doing this, like going to smaller tournaments in your area, or is it just kind of a fun hobby to do?
Yeah, you can definitely, there's game battles, you know, Game Battle's a pretty popular site, MLG owns that now, and you can compete online for money, you can go to local tournaments and things like that, but the big money, if you want to be a real pro, then you're going to go to the MLG tournaments.
Right, and then of course you guys won, and you got sponsored by Dr. Pepper.
Yep, and Panasonic too, so, but the Dr. Pepper thing is huge.
So now I'm going to be able to go into my local liquor store, open up the case, and I'll be like, hey, what's going on?
There you go.
Okay.
See my smiling face right there.
So you obviously practice Halo a lot. Does that mean that you have no particular interest in playing other games, or no?
Well, I love gaming. Like, seriously, I wish that I could play other games as much as I can. But when you're playing Halo as much as I have to play during the season from April to November, it's one of the cons on being a professional Halo player. You don't get to play as many other games, and it kind of sucks. But that's a pretty good con for your job. I don't get to play as much video games as I'd like.
Yeah, no, I mean, I have a very similar con. I'm just like, oh, I have to finish this game by tomorrow. It's really a bummer. I need a new job. I totally feel your pain. Why did you guys pick Halo 3 as the game that you sort of excel at?
The best way to describe it is it's the Texas Hold'em of video games. That's where the most online players are. That's where the most money is, and that's what I'm gonna compete in because I'm all about the money and all about the games. But I loved Halo, so I just kind of lucked out. Halo 1 being a really popular game, Halo 2. So it's just the Texas Hold'em of video games. It's the best way to describe it.
And you guys made $100,000 at this recent tournament.
100 grand.
100 grand. What are you gonna spend all the money on?
I already spent a lot of it.
What did you spend it on?
I mean, I got a pretty nice watch. I'm saving a lot of it though. I'm gonna be smart with it because you can only make so much money at a time.
Yeah.
And, you gotta be smart and invest it.
So you of course do all these Halo tips for us on our show as well as some other games. Do you find people using your tips against you when you go online?
That's the worst. when I plan a fake name or something like that, and someone uses the tip on me, and then they pump my body, give me a couple smacks. I'm like,
you're like, that was my idea.
That's my tip, man.
No, and there's been a little bit of turmoil on your team as well.
Yeah, a little bit.
So just to talk about that a little bit.
Well, my best friend, Mason Cobb, he goes by Neighbor. We started teaming about 2 years ago, and he's like family to me. And what happened was he left my team in the middle of the season to join our rival's final boss. And it kind of sucks. Like, your best friend that you've been teaming with for a while goes against the other guy's little backstabbing move. It sucked. So,
but you guys came out on top.
Yeah, it's a heartwarming story for me.
It's a heartwarming story for you. He's probably not feeling really good about himself right now.
Yeah.
Okay, Tom is the undisputed master of Halo 3, so we wanted to know what are his favorite maps. specifically so, we could avoid him at all costs. Here are his top 5 in today's X list. Is Foundry a great map to mess with in Forge? What do you like about this map?
Foundry is actually one of the only it's actually the only map where in Halo 3 you can go in and change everything in it. And that's what's so great about it. But the only downfall is sometimes it gets a little laggy if you add too many things in, like the power drainers and then the bubble shields. If you have too much stuff on the map, it's really delayed. And that's the only thing. Otherwise, it would be number 1.
Okay, number 4 is Guardian.
Guardian. All right, this map has tons of hiding spots. You'll see in the tips, there's a bottom yellow to top yellow jump. There's jumps in blue. There's a lot of crevices you can get in. It's awesome for competitive play, but the only thing is the spawns are a little messed up. You'll notice people spawning behind you all the time, and if you can fix that and learn how to get around that, then you can be the best Guardian player, and that's why I make it my number 4 map. It's so competitive, and there's so many sneaky spots.
Number 3 is Narrows.
Narrows is probably the best design map that Bungie's ever made. When you can hold the top middle, every professional team wants to hold top middle. But Bungie was smart and they put the weapons at the bottom of the map. So it's either do you want to stay up top with your team and hold the top, or do you want to be, selfish and go for the weapons on the bottom. So that's why I put Narrows in number 3.
Number 2 is Construct.
Construct is personally my best map. I do really well at this at the tournaments. It's my team's best map at the tournaments also. What happens is you want to get up top and hold all of the lifts. And it's a really well-constructed map. Oh, that's why it's called Construct. But, there's 3 lifts. It's totally new. It's not like any other Halo map, and that's why it's one of my favorites.
And your favorite one is the Pit.
All right, so this map, I just love sniping. Sniping's my thing, and there's 2 sniper rifles on this map, and it's so aggressive. You have to be so aggressive in this map, and you can also set up on each side. So it's a little bit of both. If you want to set up in camp, you can do that, but if you want to be aggressive, you can also. This map is perfect. It's symmetrical. It's everything that you need in a Halo map.
So I won't be on there.
Don't go on Pit.
All right, thank you so much for stopping by. We really appreciate having you. Let's send it back over to Blair.